So I made a video about chapter 4 where I said Bendu sees Commander Cobra. So in chapter 4 she sees Cobra, but then Cobra vanishes, okay? So she wasn't certain. It was like everything was so faint to her. She wanted to be sure, but when at the point when she wanted to be sure, Cobra vanished. So now in chapter 10 is where she really gets to, because where Cobra walks up to her, calls her by her name, and walks up to her, Mrs. Lewis. That's how Cobra calls her, and walks up to her, and and he talks to her as if they've been old buddies. So that was what happened in chapter 10. She's so surprised, and that's where Cobra told her that I now go by the name Moses Verney. That's chapter 10. So in chapter 11, Benji is surprised though. After all the atrocities you caused me, what you did to me, you married me off to a man. You are here and you are talking to me. So they introduce themselves pleasantries as if they've been old buddies. Says, so here, Bendu, let me read that in chapter 10. It says, he cleared his throat, Mrs. Varney. Well, Miss Lewis. Oh, is it still Miss Lewis or is it Mrs. something now? Bendu looked down at her feet and surprised the urge to knock him out. Miss Lewis, she answered. How could he act so normal? Bendu is saying that to herself in her head. You're calling me Miss Lewis after everything you did to me. Taking me, tearing me apart from my grandma. Taking me away, leaving my grandma on the street. We don't even know where her body is. Whether it's rotten, whether it has been, we don't even know. You took me to a camp, trained me to become a fighter, gave me off to Samson to marry, rape and abuse me. And all you stand in front of me and you say, Miss Louise? All right, Miss Louise. I'm surprised no one has married you yet. That's Mrs. Verney. I wish I could stay and talk some more, but I have some business to take care of. I'm serious. Let's get together soon, okay? Hey. Ben was like, hey. She managed a slight nod. Goodbye, Commander Cobra. Ben is still surprised. The man who had ruined her life shackled and shook his head. Chuckled and shook his head. No, babe. I forgot to tell you. No, babe. I forgot to tell you, he said. I go by the name Mrs. Verney these days. When you come, just ask for V. As if they've been old buddies. Now, Bendu held on to the slip of paper he had given her and watched him go until he was out of sight. V, she thought with contempt. Vile, vicious animal. That's Bendu saying all this. Now you go by the name Mrs. V. The Commander Cobra I know. After everything you've done, all the atrocities, the number of human lives you've taken, you sit there, tearing families apart and all that. You stand in front of me and you call me Miss Lewis. Let's get together soon. I go by the name V. I'll meet you in chapter 11, 12, and 13. I'll try and sum them up. Then we'll see what's next. So I'll meet you in chapter 11. So this is Redemption Road by Elma. I'm taking you through the chapters one after the other. But then it's going to be best if you read this book. It's so interesting. It's so interesting. The characters are presented with not one single role. The roles they are given are roles that have several meanings or are roles that normal people can pick their part in. This is Moses Verney, who is Commander Cobra. Now, every role Commander Cobra played is so distinct and different from every role Moses Verney played. This is Bendu Lewis. Her role as Bendu Lewis before, during, and after the war is somehow different. You'd have to read and understand this text to know what really the writer is trying to tell us. We are all different versions of ourselves. If you look at 5 years ago, who you were, you compare it to now who you are, 10 years from now, 5 years from now, marriage can change us, children can change us, being parents can change us, high school, university, who we are at each point in time brings out different versions of us. So the writer in a way is trying to say that you don't sit at an angle, stereotype, cast your general overview about people and think that's how everyone is. At every stage in time, every position we hold, every place we find ourselves, people we surround ourselves with, bring out different versions of us out there. It is left with us to pick which version is going to suit us better, or which one brings out the best in us, or which one helps us penetrate through the future with ease.